Are you Barbara?
I am Barbara. Thank you for being my facilitator.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Glad you made it. I was watching the meeting before and it was still running and I thought, oh, I don't want to step on them, but we need to give you your time. So
Thank you so much.
how many of you are there?
There are two of us, Kathy Torrey, who is very nice and has agreed to handle the Q&A.
Okay.
I'll present.
Great. You can see the slide about the fact that it's a 45-minute session that
Right.
is top of the hour. The session is recorded. When you're not speaking, please mute yourself so we don't get feedback. The session will automatically be recorded and you will get a list of registered students, whether they actually attend or not,
Right.
after the information session is over. Your option, whether you want to answer questions live or if you want to wait till the end, that's totally between you guys. And you can kind of play it by ear.
Right. I think we'll have Kathy just manage the chat initially while I'm talking, and then she is so good. I mean, we've worked with each other for years. So she can give me any of those questions that probably would be common or of interest to everybody, and she can throw those out to me.
Okay, perfectly.
Later after I finish.
Okay. And Kathy, when you do respond, if you're going to type the response, please answer privately so that it doesn't go out to everybody. And that way you can make sure you're responding to that. And again, if you don't get to every question, you'll receive a transcript of the question. So you
Right.
can follow up individually after that as well. So how many of these have you done with this lovely virtual environment?
Well, we've done somewhat. Kathy and I've done some for the coalition application. I did a Strive scan with Kathy in July. That was more of a national push. I'm doing one with other regionals. I'm a regional counselor for Alfred in Pennsylvania next week, but we're doing a panel for Strive scan, but you know, they're wonderful. Zach,
They have been great. Yeah, I totally blew one yesterday. I mean, this is our second phase and I did the entire, I did half a dozen the last time and I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't pay attention to Eastern Daylight Time versus regular. I opened it for the wrong person and the person that was supposed to be there wasn't there and oh, I'm mortified.
But these, I do our West Coast, I do the Midwest and, Southwest. So I'm always trying to make sure I'm on the correct time. So, but it's a challenge.
Yeah.
But I've traveled in Ohio for years, for almost 25. So
oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah. So this is a real privilege to do.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, they've been very responsive. StriveScan has been really good. The biggest challenge is that this particular week with so many college early decision, early action deadlines and
right, November 1st, right
to
over
write
the
their
weekend.
letters when they haven't seen the student. So it's just been kind of a busy week for this to happen. So, if you don't get an audience, it's not you guys.
Oh, of course, they're zoomed out, right? They're zoomed out.
They are.
We're seeing that with high school visits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but
I'm happy to get a counselor too, if I can update them and, give them information.
Absolutely. I actually, I teach school counseling at University of Dayton and I have actually been sharing with them all of these links. And I've said, you need to do more college information. Here's some things where you can actually have students explore because StriveScan has put them all on their channel. And so we're able to pull them up and they can have students, and I give them some nudges, like, find a small liberal arts college, find an out-of-state college, find a flagship institution. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, yay, right? And so, just to expand their horizons, because so many kiddos end up staying within 50 miles of their home just because they don't necessarily have knowledge. Their counselors don't have knowledge because, in the entirety of the program, there's not a mandatory college counseling course. And that's really something where we can improve on that. So
absolutely, but still for all of us, right? But it's so funny. One of my favorite students I worked with, that's a first-year student at Alfred this year, went to Upper Arlington, right in the backyard of OSU, but he wanted a small school like Alfred.
Good for him.
Yep, and he's in our College of Business. No, it's great. It's
Oh,
great.
yeah, absolutely.
And
Do you
one of
want
my
to
favorite student workers went to Dayton for their grad program. So kudos.
really?
That's such a wonderful program. So I will be quiet now.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I just wanted to, did you want to try sharing your screen to make sure you can?
Oh, the last time I did this ahead, then I didn't share it the next time, but I know Kathy will tell me. Let's see.
Because I've
Yes, I
stopped
can
mine so
practice.
that you can do yours.
No, that's okay. I just need to make sure.
Looks
Do you
good.
see a full screen?
Alfred University.
Can I leave it on or do you want me to take it off?
Let's see. Yeah. You will need to take it off just so that I can show that front slide that I had.
Okay.
There you go. I just wanted to make sure that it could, because every once in a while there's kind of a glitch. Do you have any videos or anything?
I'm not doing a video today.
Okay. All
I
right.
probably could have, but I think we'll keep it simple with this. And
I appreciate that. I think we all do at this point. All right, I'm going to share this lovely front slide that they asked me to share so that that's what people see as they're coming in. And then in about 3
Sure.
minutes, I will go through my spiel and then I will turn off my camera and mic, and then it's all you. At the end of 45 minutes, if you're still going, I usually give you a minute or so to kind of wrap up, and then I will essentially have a slide very similar to this that basically says thank you.
Right.
It just says that. So that wraps it up there. I think the shortest one I've had is 16 minutes. I mean, that person flew.
Well, you know, and I think we all can have a tendency to talk fast, and it's better not to, but of course there may not be many people at the end, but we'll go as long as we need to, and then it can end, you know.
Yep.
And we'll go from there.
Yep. Yeah. I think it was only her second cycle, so she was a little nervous.
Sure. Sure. And thank you for doing this. I mean, all of you are volunteers. I know at PACAC, you know, all of us have been volunteers. So for facilitating.
It's all good. Now, I'm glad you guys chose to participate because, again, you know, I think one of the benefits of this whole virtual thing is that we're reaching more students in places where we don't typically.
Yes.
And I think that's actually been a bonus. You know, if we just had more bandwidth in our own heads to be able to attend more of them. Because I think that's where we're struggling right now.
Right.
It's just like, oh my God.
And heaven forbid, if there's no one that shows up, I'll just keep talking and wrap it up, and we'll do it there.
And that's totally, you know, this is your platform to do what you need to do. So
great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'll be quiet now so you can get your head together.
It's all good.
Welcome to Virtual College Exploration for all Ohio students. You are in webinar mode, which means that your microphone and camera are off, you are muted, and the panelists cannot see or hear you. If you have questions, please use the Q&A button at the bottom, and you may type questions to the presenters at any time. The recording of this session will be available at www.oacac.org, and it should be posted about a week after the session. You are encouraged and welcome to sign up for additional sessions from other colleges as well at the same site, www.oacac.org. And now please welcome the presenters from Alfred University.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Barbara Kahn from Alfred University, and I'd like to welcome you to Saxon Nation. I wanted to very first of all give you my contact information, just in case you can't be with me the entire time I share Alfred University. I want you to know I have been traveling and coordinating Alfred University's Ohio admissions for almost 25 years. and have worked with families. I have traveled all through your state. We have wonderful alumni in Ohio, and I'd like to be a resource, whether you're a student, a parent of a student, or a school counselor. Let me know if I can be your lifeline and resource and bring Alfred University just a little bit closer to you. But why don't I share Alfred University? There's a number of things I'm going to go over in this session, our history, academics. I mean, Alfred is just not studying. There's so much to do on campus. I want to share kind of the application process, our wonderful financial aid and scholarship opportunities, and give you lots of time to ask questions if you'd like that. Kathy Torrey, one of my counterparts, a wonderful colleague of mine, will also be available to chat during this, but also feel free to ask questions at the end as well if you'd like me to respond in live fashion. So Alfred University, our history. I have to tell you, this is something that I think is so important to share. First of all, because our history is so much a part of who we are right now. Alfred University was founded in 1836. And one of the things that I am just so very proud of is that we are the second oldest co-ed institution in the country, but the oldest co-ed institution in the country to educate men and women in the same room and to afford women the opportunity to major and take classes in absolutely everything that men are afforded. We have been inclusive from the beginning. I know that's a buzzword at the moment with many companies and institutions, but it is truly who we are, and it is embedded in how we treat students, how we educate, and how we are a community together, for sure. We actually had more women than men when we first were established. We had some of the very first international students, students of color. We had some of the very first Indigenous students as well. Where is Alfred University located? Well, it is 2 states over, and barely 2 states over from Ohio. We're in that gorgeous area, if you've ever been there, of the Finger Lake region of New York State. We're in the western part of it. We're about an hour, it's called the Southern Tier area. And we're about an hour and a half south of Rochester, about 2¼ hours from Erie, about 4 hours from Cleveland, 6 hours from Columbus, and about 8 hours from Cincinnati. But really, we are not that far away. And it's a gorgeous area, rolling hills, Finger Lakes, lots of land, as you can see. Our campus, there's a picture of campus. We have our own small lake that we own that our students can recreate on, do research. We have a multi-million-dollar equestrian program. We have teams that I can talk about later, but also many of our students that are not on any of our equestrian teams. They recreate there. They like to be involved in the club and interact with our horses. We have many acres of cross-country trails as well to ride on. Our campus is spread out on a hill. We're in a college town, but we have 50 buildings, many residence halls. We're spread out. There's lots of room for space. Our buildings are eclectic and have just so many uses, for sure. It's absolutely gorgeous. At Alfred University, as far as our academics, we have 5 academic units. And what's wonderful is that no matter what area your major is housed in, you can take classes throughout the whole institution. I was a business major, but I took classes in 3 of the 4 other units while I was there. The only one I didn't take a class in was engineering, but my father was a ceramic engineering professor. So I certainly was enlightened in many ways, but I got to express myself in so many different ways and explore my interests at Alfred. First of all, I'd like to share our School of Art and Design. It is considered one of the top 10 art schools in the entire nation. Every single one of the faculty is world-renowned in art. They're doing amazing work themselves. They involve students in their work. We have somewhere between 150, 200,000 square feet of studio space. There's so many places for a student that's interested in art to research and press themselves out in their craft. You have one major, you're in art and design, but you can explore so many mediums. So you can have up to 3 concentrations at Alfred. We do not put you in a box. You're going to explore everything at Alfred. In your first year in art and design, you are going to probably pretty much experience every medium. You're going to have tons of our faculty in your first year. So you're going to be able to decide what areas you might want to focus on, what faculty you'd like to study under. You're going to get skills that you never knew you had in art and design and as a creator. And you're going to be able to bring them to the mediums that you decide to focus in more and more as you progress through our art program. We have limitless study abroad opportunities. Our students have no problems getting into the Louvre program in Paris to study. Our students study all over the country for 1 to 2 semesters. You can paint in Italy. You can do frescoes in Spain. There's paper and ceramics in South Africa, Japan, South Korea. There's just so many different opportunities. Our students have gone to Costa Rica. They've gone to African countries. It's just limitless and very, very exciting for you. I'm jealous. Another one of our divisions is our School of Engineering. It's nationally ranked and it's really diverse. We have biomaterials, we have ceramic engineering, which is high temperature chemistry. We have glass engineering science. I'm going to back up just a minute. Our ceramic engineering, we're #1 in the world in it. Glass engineering, we are one of 2 schools. MIT and Alfred have that at the undergraduate level. It's a specialized program, but the career opportunities are absolutely limitless in glass engineering, and they can spread and touch so many different industries. We also have material science and engineering. We have mechanical engineering and renewable energy engineering. We're one of 2 schools accredited for that in the country. Our School of Engineering is accredited, which is the premier accreditation for engineering. You should look for that in all schools. Our faculty are world renowned. They're highly researched. They're published. They're internationally known. They're very connected. So you're going to a school, though, that has classes on the average of 18. And for ours, as a whole institution, we have a 13-to-1 ratio of students to faculty. So in engineering and all of our other areas, you will know your faculty. You'll be promoted by them. They will guide you. They'll ask you to come on their research and they'll make sure you're doing the kind of research that you want. But you have access to world-class people and they will know you very, very well. Our largest college at Alfred University is our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. We have over 25 majors and over 40 minors. We also have in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, the most prestigious academic honor society, Phi Beta Kappa. We give also lots of research. You know, you'll think about it for engineering, right? There's so much opportunity for research, but also in our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, there's many opportunities to do research, to do study abroad, and we give money for that also for you to do the research and also a stipend that you can have along with that. And many of our students, if they do research, become published with that opportunity, for sure. Our College of Business is the 4th division I'd like to talk about. That's my alma mater. The College of Business has an accreditation. If you're interested in colleges of business, you should look for that as well. AACSB. Less than 5% all of the colleges of business in the world have that distinction. You'll do at least 2 internships before you graduate. There's limitless study abroad opportunities. There's 100% placement in graduate school and careers. And I should also say within Alfred University itself, at least 98% of our students before a year after graduating from Alfred University will be in a job that they're interested in or graduate school of their choosing. Our students do very, very well after they graduate. But the College of Business has over 7 majors, many more minors. For all of our students, we have a 4+1 program if they get a bachelor's degree from Alfred University. If they want an MBA, and again, that's AACSB accredited, they can get that at Alfred University within just 1 year after graduating with their bachelor's degree. But it's a lush program, live stock market right on campus. I'm a stock market junkie. Just wonderful hands-on experience. And the faculty will know each and every one of you in our College of Business. The 5th division I would like to talk with you about is one that actually, whether a student majors or minors in it, many of our students are involved in it. And it's our Performing Arts division. There's majors in music and theater, and then we have minors in dance, music, theater, and performance design and technology. It's lush. We have over $20 million worth of facilities in that program. It's very dynamic. We put on 3 to 4 major plays a year, typically at least 1 musical. There are instrumental groups, there are vocal groups. The dance company is absolutely amazing. We have a minor in dance. The rooms are amazing that you can practice and explore yourself in. The faculty are engaged. We have climate controlled costume rooms. We have computerized set design rooms. We have a green room with all the bells and whistles. We have a state-of-the-art black box and 450-seat proscenium auditorium with state-of-the-art sound and lighting that you can get your hands in and get dirty and explore as well. But our students have done very well. I'm thinking Robert Klein is a graduate. He started Saturday Night Live with Chevy Chase. He's won Tony Awards. He certainly has been on The Tonight Show and used Alfred University for a number of his skits and routines. Robert Forrester, who was up for an Oscar for a Quentin Tarantino movie. Jackie Brown is a graduate. Captain Kangaroo is an honorary alum. I'm showing my age. Before Sesame Street, he was with Mr. Rogers, the 2 premier children's shows, but he was wonderful and touched all of our hearts. But we've had many students that have done very well after they've left Alfred, that have been very involved in the performing arts, for sure, but something that all of our students get involved in. No matter what major at Alfred University you are embarking on, there are so many different ways that you will have support and services and many opportunities. We have something called the Center for Academic Success. They will help you with a writing center. Even our faculty will use it with having their papers proofed before they send them to be published in journals and in books. But the writing center is lush. Our students use it when they're writing papers. If they need tutoring in writing, it's there. Our academic success program does have tutoring for students too. There's certain classes that students may have difficulty in, and we will identify those. And we have students, it's a lot of times a student-to-student tutor, so you're really comfortable getting guidance and help. They are absolutely wonderful. If a student has an IEP and needs special services, we will get you absolutely everything you need. And that center is wonderful. And being an advocate for you between you and your faculty, and it becomes very seamless. So you'll have lots of support. We want you to be successful at Alfred, and we'll support you in any way that we can. We have a dynamic and very connected career development center. They'll help you with developing internships, co-op opportunities. They'll help you with applying to graduate schools, with applying for jobs. They're very good in helping you writing your resume, prepping you for interviews. We have an alumni network A number of alumni I know that have interfaced with our students looking for jobs and going to graduate school are in Ohio, and they assist with that. But they're dynamic. Our career development center will help you starting in your first year all the way through your senior year and after. Our alumni come back and use that network and the career development center if they decide to pivot, change, go to graduate school, embark on a whole new future for themselves. The career development center is definitely for them. And then you can mix and match many of your interests at Alfred University. You can be in one college and take a minor in another, but there's just so many different opportunities for you to pull many of your interests together and explore yourself and then go out into your future for sure. And again, our classes are small. We have an average class size of 18. Your faculty are going to know you. You're only taught by faculty. You're never taught by graduate students. The only time you will see a graduate student, you may hop on some research with them, because that's the beauty of being a small school. It's a small school, but you have opportunities to engage in class, really world level class, amazing experiences in research, world-class experiences, but you're an undergraduate student. The only time also you'll engage with a student, maybe a graduate student, the faculty may be teaching the lab, and they may be a graduate student, maybe next to you, helping you with a procedure, but the faculty is there guiding the whole thing. And that's what you're getting at Alfred University. You'll leave Alfred University with some very strong skills. It's so easy to become a leader, and you will really grow in that area when you're at Alfred University. You're going to learn time management. You're going to be a critical thinker. You're going to be good at delegating in class projects and in student organizations. You're going to have amazing communication skills, whether you're an engineer, an artist, an education major, psychology. You're going to communicate well. You're going to be able to express yourself. You're going to be able to understand data and analyze it and convince people to listen to what you believe in and the different things that you want to share with them. That is so important no matter what your major. It's important to be able to dig into analysis and prove your points and push whatever it is that's important to you along. You will have that. And our students, we really at Alfred University value ethics and caring for each other and being a community. And we have a strong connection with that. And that's what students, they are not numbers at Alfred University. We will guide you both academically and personally while you're at Alfred. And we will make sure you have the ability to learn and to continue to learn even after you're at Alfred University. I've experienced that. I have such a desire to learn every single day. And I really believe that was so strongly instilled in me at Alfred University. Student life. You know, we talk about academics so much, don't we, when we talk about the college experience, but you are educated and you grow in so many different ways when you go to college. And at Alfred University, that is such a big part of the whole experience. As you saw, we're in a college town. At Alfred University, there are 2 colleges in our beautiful small college town. So all the energy happens right on campus. We are not trying or depending on an urban area to entertain and help our students grow. We make sure there's so much going on campus that you grow in all of those ways right by being on our campus. We have over 80 student organizations and clubs on campus. There's so many different things. We have community service organizations, political groups, social activist groups. As I said, we have performing arts. We have Quidditch. We have a skateboarding club. We have Frisbee golf. There's gaming, both board games, traditional board games, and people that like to do things as far as technology. We have extreme sports. There's so many different ways that you can get involved at Alfred University for sure. We have something called Art Force 5 for our students that are really interested in art. They've even won national awards, and they travel virtually and in person throughout the country and share how we need to embrace and love and understand each other's diverse interests and personal beings. And they use art to express that and to bring people closer. There's so many different ways that you can become involved and truly a leader on our campus, for sure. We also have athletics. We have 22 varsity teams. We have 2 IHSA equestrian teams. We have both Western and English. They've both gone to nationals every year with Division I schools. I mean, it's amazing what they've done. But our students are also very involved, as I had shared earlier, with the whole equestrian program. You don't always have to be on the team to be involved in that passion of yours. We also have intramural and club sports at Alfred. So there's all different ways that you can become involved. If you're athletic, but maybe you don't want to spend the time, to be in a Division III sport. We also have a ski and snowboarding program as well. And we're in Western New York. So we rock when it comes to snow sports. We do them well, we love them. And you'll have access to that when you're at Alfred University. Our residence life, we are a traditional campus. We ask for our students at Alfred University to live on campus for at least 3 years, but I'm going to let you know that a high majority of our students choose to live all 4 years at Alfred University, right on campus. They don't want to miss anything. We have traditional quarter style rooms. We have suites and apartments for smaller groups. We have some single rooms, and we have some really cool living learning communities. You will never have more than one roommate though at Alfred University. We do not do triples or quadruples. We have resident assistants and resident directors that are going to be there to support you. They do their own programming. They're wonderful in getting you very connected at Alfred University. But there are just so many different ways that you can live on campus, and you will grow and meet lots of wonderful, friendly people. For sure, we have availability for gender neutral areas. Again, we're very inclusive, very supportive. Regardless of what your needs are, we're going to accommodate you for sure. And we want you to enjoy it and be very comfortable. Food, I'm going to tell you, I'm a foodie. Oh my gosh, I live to eat. And at Alfred University, there are so many different ways for you to dine and to nourish that part of you. We have our AID Culinary Center. It's a large dining facility. There, everything is made homemade. There is the freshest, a large salad bar, many different entrees. They make homemade pizza. We make our own gelato. Oh my gosh, if I was eating in there every day, we would have problems. The gelato is amazing and the options are lush. We have vegan options. We have, for those that are lactose intolerant, that need to be gluten-free, there's all different types of options. If you have any medical issues, they will cater your food around what you need. The food is absolutely delicious. The menu varies. They take feedback. They're wonderful. Our Powell Cafe has kiosks where you can grab and go a lot of things, but they make things for you right there. But if you need to grab a quick bite, we have great smoothies and yogurt. We have a Starbucks on campus, Midnight Express. You can get things late at night. And we have this wonderful thing, a community table, where you can make food all together and share it with our community. It's wonderful. The table is gorgeous, and it's just a wonderful way with some smaller groups to bring people with like interests together. It's wonderful. So those are just some of the things in a nutshell about Alfred. But now I'd like to talk with you about if you decide to apply to Alfred University. We want to make it easy, and I kind of want to streamline it for you on what it would look like if you'd be interested in doing that. First, if you decide to apply, there are 3 ways at Alfred University you can apply. And no matter what one you do, it will be free. You can use the Common application, the Coalition app, or the Alfred University application. Any of those, we do not have a preference, whichever one works best for you. Along with the application, you need to submit to us an official high school transcript from your school. If you happen to be a transfer student, we would need also your college transcript. This year for the fall of 2021, we are test optional, but if you want to send your scores, you certainly can do that. We need at least 1 letter of recommendation. It can be from a teacher, your school counselor, but someone that has really seen how you've grown and all of your wonderful talents in academics. We really want to get to know you better that way. Plus, we want an essay. Share something about yourself we wouldn't know unless you told us that you really think is important for us to know to get to know you better, for sure. If you apply to our School of Art and Design, we also require a portfolio of 15 to 20 pieces of your work, and you can send that. We have a link right on our website for that through SlideRoom, but it's very easy, and we can help you with that. Financial aid and scholarships. We are very competitive. 98% of our students at Alfred University receive financial aid. And I can tell you, we give just as much financial aid to out-of-state as in-state students. And we're very, very competitive. We have at times outdone Ohio State financial aid packages for students from Ohio State. So if there's one thing I can have you walk away with today is definitely, don't exclude schools from out of state. See what all of us offer you. And we are very, very competitive on that as well. You just need to submit your FAFSA. You can do that if you're a senior. You can do that at any time now. October 1 is like the opening date where you can submit that. And when you get our acceptance, if you have the FAFSA in, shortly after that, you will receive your financial aid package. We give lots of merit scholarships, and those are awarded at the time of acceptance, but also financial aid will be shaking bushes to give you grant money and work study. We tend to be at Alfred University much more, I would say, scholarship and grant heavy versus loan heavy. And they'll shake every bush and do everything that they can. And they will look at you case by case if there's any special circumstances that you have. It's a very human process at Alfred University. There's some other things that you would need to do with looking at Alfred University. We want you to really connect with us. We can link you even during this time when not as many of you might be visiting us in person. We can link you with faculty and other staff. I would love to help you get to know some of our students. We'd be happy to link with you with students in majors you're interested in, but also students that are from Ohio. They would share with you what their experience has been and how they've transitioned to Alfred University. We can also have you talk with alumni that are working in a field you might be interested in, or that are from Ohio as well, or living in Ohio. For sure. Also follow us on social media and visit us. If you visit us in person or virtually, each of you will receive, if you do it by February 1st of your senior year, you will receive something called a visit grant, which will be on top of your financial aid. It'll be $1,000 per year of attendance at Alfred University, because we think it's really, really important for you to look at us, to kind of pull up our rugs, either visit us in person, join us at different events that we offer virtually, or do a one-on-one with me or one of our other staff. And again, I'm your counselor, so feel free to reach out to me. I would love to do a one-on-one. I'll go over anything with you, answer any questions, link you with people. Each of us that works with students that are applying to Alfred University, we just want to help you and make this the easiest, smoothest process possible, and kind of exciting. Again, you can visit us in person and virtually. We are doing one student or prospective student and their family at a time at Alfred, but you can come Monday through Friday, and we have some openings also for Saturdays. So you'll be with a tour guide outside, and you will be just in a group, of course, social distancing, but you will be safe. We want to keep you safe. So you won't be in large groups, but we'd love to have you come and visit us if you'd like to do that. If that isn't possible for you right now, we have virtual open houses that are on our website that you can join. You can do a one-on-one with me. If you'd like to, I'm going to be doing some high school visits in Ohio. So if you'd like me, you can reach out to me. I can plan one of those, and you and your friends can join me on that, or you can see if I'm joining your high school. But I would love to connect with you, or one-on-one, but any of those ways. And then you will also get a visit grant for sure. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell of what I wanted to share. But again, this is my contact information. If I can help any of you in any way, please let me know. And just have fun looking at Alfred University. I'd love to share it with you. And I'm a proud Saxon, and I'd like to share what maybe that might be for you as well. And I wish you well in your college search. Thank you so very much. So Kathy, are there any questions? Has there been anything that maybe has come up that I should answer?
I think we are probably good to go and wrap it up.
Sounds great. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so very much.
Thank you all for joining us. Once you close this window, you will get a quick 4-question survey, and you may sign up for more sessions at www.oacac.org. And this recording of the session will be available in about a week. Thank you very much, Kathy and Barbara, for sharing information about Alfred University. It sounds like a lovely institution.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.